Hey warriors, at this very moment, an unseen observer is scrutinizing every step you take, dissecting your decisions, and anticipating your potential missteps. But contrary to what you might assume, this watchful eye isn't an external force, it's you. You've unwittingly transformed into your own most formidable adversary. You're perpetually staging a performance for a phantom audience that doesn't truly exist, craving validation from individuals who scarcely remember your face moments after an encounter. What no one dares to reveal about contemporary existence is this: we've commodified our lives into an unrelenting spectacle, where the ovation we yearn for remains eternally elusive, yet we persist in our elaborate dance regardless. We broadcast our moments, articulate our thoughts, respond impulsively, and justify our existence to faceless strangers online, people who wouldn't lift a finger to aid us in a real crisis. Amid this cacophony of digital clamor, we've forfeited the singular element that holds genuine significance: our authentic selves. The ancient Stoics possessed a profound concept for reclaiming this essence, reshape, which embodies vigilant attention to the present instant and deliberate nurturing of one's inner being. Yet here's the profound irony: they embodied this practice in utter solitude and quietude. Consider Marcus Aurelius, the unparalleled emperor of Rome, who wielded authority over vast legions and could have captivated the adoration of empires. Instead, he opted for introspection, channeling his most intimate reflections into a personal diary, never destined for public eyes. Seneca, among the wealthiest elites of his era, habitually embraced voluntary deprivation and profound silence as exercises in resilience. Epictetus, rising from the chains of slavery to become a revered sage, anchored his entire worldview on a timeless axiom: master what lies within your grasp, and disregard the rest. These were not reclusive outcasts evading the world. They were titans at the zenith of societal power who grasped a truth we've long obscured: your true potency amplifies exponentially in the embrace of silence. Today, I unveil 7 timeless Stoic precepts that will guide you toward such unwavering self-focus that the cacophony of external judgments fades into inconsequential whispers. This isn't a call to isolation or misanthropy, it's an invitation to forge an indomitable spirit. By internalizing these principles, you'll not only alter perceptions of you held by others, you'll unearth depths within yourself you never fathomed possible. But beware the subtle trap: countless viewers will absorb this wisdom, murmur agreements, perhaps jot down insights, only to revert instantaneously to the siren call of social media affirmation. The chasm separating them from you boils down to one pivotal query: are you prepared to transcend mere intellectual assent and embody this knowledge through action? If your resolve is genuine, demonstrate it here and now. Press that like button, not as tribute to me, but as a solemn vow to your own evolution. And if this resonates in the marrow of your being, if you're weary of existing for everyone but yourself, declare in the comments: I choose silence over noise. These 7 rules form a deliberate progression: omit one, and the edifice crumbles. Leap ahead, and the bedrock erodes. Each layer fortifies the last, forging an impervious chain of self-command that the Stoics termed the discipline of desire. Number 1. Starve the noise. From the instant your eyelids flutter open each dawn, you confront a pivotal crossroads that dictates whether you seize dominion over your day or surrender it to external whims. Tragically, most traverse this juncture oblivious to its gravity. Your hand instinctively grasps your device, scanning alerts, immersing in the tribulations of others, their polished triumphs, their contrived crises, that insidiously infiltrate your psyche as your own burdens. In that fleeting ritual, before even savoring your morning brew, you've nourished a voracious beast. What is this insidious entity? It's The oppressive deluge of extraneous voices, judgments, anticipations, and turbulent emotions from afar. It thrives on your focus, swells with your engagements, and escalates its demands as you indulge it. Presently, it likely orchestrates the symphony of your existence. Witnessing another's achievement prompts self-doubt about your trajectory. A solitary critique ignites hours of internal rebuttal against a critic who's already moved on. Headlines bombard you, compelling you to shoulder global woes as if they were your personal yoke. Yet Epictetus, 2 millennia past, illuminated a forgotten verity from his vantage as a liberated bondsman turned luminary. True wealth resides not in amassing possessions, but in cultivating minimal desires. This wasn't mere fiscal counsel, it extended to intellectual opulence, discerning ruthlessly what merits entry into your consciousness. The Stoics revered their thoughts as architects of reality, thus safeguarding them with vigilant fervor, akin to a sovereign's treasury. To enact this, institute your protocol today, the sacred morning sanctuary. The inaugural 60 minutes post-awakening are exclusively yours. No screens, no broadcasts, no intrusion of alien vibes. Solely your reflections, aspirations, and serenity. This isn't indulgence, it's imperative for sovereignty. Embrace opinion abstinence. When unsolicited counsel assaults your path, deploy the water through a sieve method, permit it to flow unimpeded, unabsorbed. Offer a polite acknowledgement and release it. You're under no obligation to internalize every stray verdict. Cease justifications to the indifferent, refrain from elucidating your paths to those uninvolved in your sustenance or intimacy. Your choices are sovereign, to be forged and endured by you alone. The liberation dawns when you halt defenses and commence authentic living. As you deprive the noise of sustenance, a transcendent shift occurs, your inner voice resurfaces, crystalline and compelling. You rediscern your genuine yearnings from imposed obligations. Your personal narratives eclipse external melodramas. You evolve from a reactive vessel, buffeted by moods, into an anchored fortress, not rigid, but profoundly rooted in veracity. Immediately pinpoint a single noise conduit poisoning your realm, that incessant alert app. The perennial naysayer critiquing your moves, the feed evoking inadequacy. Sever it forthwith. Observe the expansive mental vista that unfolds, ripe for cultivation, your advancement, tranquility, and unadulterated existence. Number 2, move. Like nobody's watching. Lurking within your psyche is an ethereal tribunal, scrutinizing each impulse, hazard, and genuine urge. Shockingly, these arbiters are largely fictitious fabrications. Recall that paralyzing hesitation before audacious acts, launching an endeavor, reinventing your aesthetic, chasing a vision, not stemming from incapacity, but from the phantom gaze anticipating your falter. The emancipating revelation. Those you envision perpetually appraising you are ensnared in their own vulnerabilities, sparing scant thought for yours. You've scripted your life as the protagonist in myriad strangers' narratives, when in truth, you're a fleeting extra in their daily scripts. We've imprisoned ourselves in unsolicited theatrics. Seneca, counselor to sovereigns and possessor of immense fortunes, penetrated this enigma. Every new beginning comes from some other beginning's end. Yet he discerned what eludes us. Innumerable souls forfeit rebirth, petrified to dismantle the fatiguing facade erected for spectators. The Stoics dubbed this authentic praxis, decisions birthed from intrinsic essence, untainted by apprehension of censure. Deeper still, the harshest sentinel isn't external, it's your internalized self, a tyrannical overseer amalgamating echoes of expectations until your true aspirations blur with inherited dreads. Shatter these Chains thus, conduct a reality audit, when the whisper queries, what will they think? Probe, which precise individuals? Why elevate their verdict above your unfiltered expression? Often, these phantoms evaporate unnamed. The authenticity litmus, predecision, interrogate, does this emanate from my core? Or is it engineered to placate reactions? If the latter, realign swiftly. Commence modestly to fortify resolve, enroll in that long-contemplated course. Don attire that ignites your confidence despite convention, voice your insights in assemblies rather than muting them. Each unfeigned deed hypertrophies your valor for grander leaps. Here's the exquisite contradiction: acting unobserved magnetizes authentic regard. Genuineness radiates allure, witnessing one navigate from essence inspires liberation in observers. Inevitably, some will opine on your veracity, splendid. Their unease is their odyssey, not yours to navigate. You're absolved from curating responses to your existence. The ultimate tragedy: arriving at life's terminus, realizing your span was a perpetual audition for inattentive spectators. If primed to discard invisible overseers and inhabit your nucleus, affirm in comments, I live my life from my authentic center. This transcends commentary, it's your emancipation from expectation's shackles. Number 3. Keep your energy expensive. Contemplate this paradigm-shifting axiom: your vitality, mental, sentimental, corporeal, is a premium currency, yet you're likely squandering it gratis on entities who'd never reciprocate equivalently. Daily, you awaken with a bounded reservoir of this essence, akin to a $100 allotment. The paramount inquiry: how do you allocate it? Investing in enriching bonds and pursuits yielding dividends, or hemorrhaging it on voids that deplete you? Inventory your expenditures now, fretting over insoluble dilemmas, draining relationships of perpetual takers, mindless scrolls fostering inferiority, futile dialogues, borrowed theatrics. If this stirs disquiet, embrace it, it's your innate sagacity signaling reform. Marcus Aurelius, who might have dispersed his focus across imperial expanses, inscribed, confine yourself to the present. Not dismissing chronology, but acknowledging that diffusing energy across eras, locales, and alien turmoils erodes your present efficacy. Stoics equated energy stewardship with existential mastery. Valuing your vigor as scarce elevates every choice to deliberation. Maintaining costly energy isn't egoism, it's tactical acumen. It ensures full presence for essentials by curtailing half-hearted dispersions. Initiate with the pristine refusal, not the verbose, contrite variant, but the crisp boundary: no, that project exceeds my capacity presently. No, attendance eludes me. No, that discourse holds no appeal. Full stop, sans rationale. Misconception abounds, many equate this with aloofness. Contrarily, selectivity amplifies engagement, profound immersion in select interactions over superficial sprawls. Observe those exuding serenity and sincere attentiveness. They aren't universal affirmers. They're discerning investors. Your energy blueprint, the merit sieve, pre-commitment: does this enrich my existence or cherished ones? Absent resounding affirmation, decline. The impetus probe: fear, culpability, duty, or authentic synergy. The trade-off query: optimal vitality deployment, or mere filler. Elevating energies. Price elicits reverence, scarcity begets worth, selective discourse heightens impact, judicious alliances amplify influence. Kin receive your pinnacle self. Unspent on vampiric drains or virtual voids. Society peddles boundless generosity as virtue, yet authentic benevolence demands discernment. You can't pour from depletion. Prized energy sustains meaningful contributions. Presently, isolate a cheap expenditure, that venomous. Forum, the chronic lamenter, the despair scroll. Excise it, channeling toward self-elevation. If committed to this stewardship, proclaim in comments, my energy is precious and I invest it wisely. This seals your role as custodian of your vital reserves. Number 4. Kill the echo chamber. Presently, you inhabit an invisible enclosure, not pejoratively, for it's universal. The horror. Most remain ignorant until irrevocable choices crystallize from partial vistas, or epiphanies evade due to monotonous echoes. Your chamber transcends ideology, its validating comrades. Who echo gripes sans growth nudges, algorithms curating confirmations, routines. So soothing they mask stagnation's subtlety. Mind-bending. Insight, Socrates, Athens' paragon of wisdom, hinged his ethos on admitting ignorance. True wisdom knows its bounds. Amid certainties, his humility crowned him supreme. Echo chambers invert this, feigning erudition, while fostering myopia. Harsh verity, uniform consensus in your sphere signals either suppressed candor or curated complacency. Ease sabotages evolution. Homogeneity breeds refined inertia over metamorphosis. Eradicating this isn't courting strife or masochistic circles, it's curating stimuli that provoke reflection, not mere affirmation. Fallacy, equating diversity with online skirmishes, that's diversion, not enlightenment. Authentic expansion stems from earnest idea engagement, harvesting unforeseen lessons. Audit your cerebral nourishment, literature, audios, dialogues, counsel, if all reinforce your stagnating elegantly. Seek mentors who've transcended your hurdles, not co-strugglers. Trailblazers. Eschewed clones, embracing challengers, expansive tomes, novice arenas. This extends to internal monologues, dismantle limiting refrains with interrogatives. What would a victor emulate? What if failure were impossible? What vistas elude my lens? Dismantling echoes. Unveils resilience, ideas endure tests, choices refine under scrutiny. Society craves independent thinkers bridging divides, not bunker defenders. Yet, bubble-dwelling yields self-reflections alone. Now, challenge. One comfort, a contrarian tome, cross-cultural dialogue, unexamined premise. If prepared, affirm in comments, I shatter my echo chamber for growth. Number 5. Watch, don't react. Envision, a provocation strikes, instantaneously, you retort, digits dancing precognition. Regret ensues, realizing escalation. Familiar? We've habituated to reflex, news, feeds, tempers, gridlock. Antiquity's ghosts. Lives devolve into reactive marathons, sidelining deliberate trajectories. Stoics divined. A chasm separates trigger and reply, therein resides autonomy, sculpting life's caliber. Epictetus, versed in affliction, decreed, events don't define. Interpretations do. Facile in theory, arduous amid provocations. Yet, fortitude forges in mundane pauses, opting observation over impulse. Watching isn't passivity, it's deliberation, spacing event from action, treating emotions as data, not directives. Recall recent ire, instinct urged defense, watching might reveal internal precursors, pre-existing tension, fragility. Reactions mirror Wounds, not wisdom, they perpetuate avoidance. Watching unveils. Motifs, defensiveness on autonomy, fury at miscomprehension sans resolution. Yet observation yields choices, desired endpoint. Energy-worthy. Responses stem from sagacity, eyeing horizons, reactions from scars, craving instant bomb. Practice, delay. Texts, inhale thrice pre-critique, query truth/relevance pre-mood sway. Self-surveil curiously, fascinating reaction, whence? This reclaims. Emotional helm. Unshakables feel tempests but navigate wisely, emotions. Observed sans tyranny. Magic unfolds. Alien turmoil ceases contagion, urgencies remain theirs. You embody the peak, cognizant of gales, unbowed. Next surge, pause, sense bodily, track. Thoughts, then elect response. If ready, note, I observe before I act. Number 6, turn. Your back on clout. Behold modernity's stealthiest vice, not ingestible, but refreshable, quantifiable in endorsements, amplifications, feedbacks. Clout erodes aspirations more insidiously than any toxin. Presently, souls expend more on goal posting than goal pursuit, brand crafting trumps. Enterprise building, art about art supplants creation. Pathos, they conflate simulation with substance, harvesting accomplishments veneer sands. Toil. Seneca admonished, fatigue not inquiry when excellence beckons. Prioritizing apparent excellence over actual dooms the quest. Ruthless fact. Clout's arena is manipulated, platforms curate visibility, formulas dictate. Rewards, masses anoint trends. You cede self-worth to oblivious arbiters. Clout-chasing warps choices, photogenic regimens over efficacious, bio-boosting. Ventures over skill honing, curated vulnerabilities over transformative labor. Conditioning insists documentation validates, liberation counters, undocumented profundities endure, unposted reads reshape, silent epiphanies. Transmute. Reclaim metrics, bedtime fulfillment over daily tallies. Cultivate intrinsic skills, bonds, evolutions, irrespective of broadcasts. This permits sharing from authenticity, not thirst, creation precedes exposure. Unsung. Victors shun spotlights, constructing sans fanfare, airing/celebrating privately. Emerging with substance. Rejecting clout. Reveals, organic intrigue sans effort, success sans spectacle, assurance sans. Seekers. Redirect image energy to embodiment. Isolate clout pursuit, fitness. Venture, bonds, erudition. Query, sans observers. Unpostable goals. Self-metrics. Enact. Construct covertly, amplify via outcomes. Number 7. Protect your comeback story. Amid fixation on judgments, sonic distractions. Validation hunts, existence orchestrates your ascent. Setbacks, trials. Unobserved interludes, these compose your resurgence narrative. Yet you can't. Author triumph if spoilers abound, can't astonish if blueprints publicize. Comeback. Transcends rebound, its private metamorphosis, covert competencies, silent. Fortitude, sheltered visions. Marcus Aurelius journaled unseen, argue not. Goodness, embody it. Pinnacle labor thrives sans spectators, accountable. Solely to self. Opportunity. Squandered by most, reinvent undetected. While masses perform digitally, you erect substance. While they feign growth, you incarnate it. Safeguard by withholding insights, steps, validations, embrace the dissonance between emerging self and perceived. This conserves vigor, Premature shares mimic achievement, sapping drive, explanations dilute. Momentum, approvals foster dependency. Recall. Awe-inspiring shifts, undocumented weight shed, tongues mastered, empires. Birthed, they labored hushed, unveiling transformed. Potency in secrecy. Not deceit, but discretion, confide in growth allies, not consumers, mentor goals, not broadcasts. Your narrative scribes now, perform or live. Spectacle or substance. Potent resurgences stun the unprepared. Quiet toil while presumed static yields. Revelation, of deeds and essence. Comebacks prove. Self, commitment sans cheers, focus sans glamour, potential realized. Worlds. Din demands your tales hushed till thunderous. If committed, declare, I am. Writing my comeback story in silence. Vow to authenticity amid artifice. Thus concludes our odyssey through these 7 edicts, yet inaugurates your life's pivot. We've traversed noise starvation, unobserved motion, energy valuation, chamber demolition, observant pause, clout renunciation, story guardianship. Collectively, they converge on an eternal verity, in this tumultuous acclaim-craving realm, inward pivot to destiny's fulfillment reigns supreme. Mastery reshapes. Not merely your worldly dance, but the dance's reciprocity. Boundaries command. Respect, time garners esteem, you emanate poise, drawing like. Crucially, self-reverence blooms, internal affirmation supplants external, self-permission. Liberates, self-advocacy ignites dreams. This odyssey demands patience amid instantaneity's allure, yet therein lies its might. While hordes chase ephemera, you forge inviolable fortitude. Commence forthwith. Select a resonant rule, enact promptly. Readiness is myth, initiation is key. If this illuminated self-perspectives, engage, like for commitment, share for impact. Comment your striking rule, subscribe for kinship. We cultivate a haven, growth over din, essence over facade, serenity over turmoil. Centered souls uplift not selfishly, but sagely, radiating stability. Your indomitable ascent commences. Not videos close, but your rebirth's dawn.